DJ KC,
Miss Amilli.
Naked Truth.
Man, we in the building once again, y'all.
Once again.
So we got another hot topic.
Yes,
Pretty
hot topic.
Yeah, pretty excited about it. We're gonna piggyback off of last week's show and just kind of, just roll with that. Tonight's topic is etiquettes of a man.
Etiquettes of a man. If you were listening last week, you know that the title was Etiquettes of a Woman.
Right.
So now we follow up this week with the men.
Absolutely. So definitely, we're gonna let DJ Casey take the lead on this one, but I'm right here, and I'll just jump in and out of the show, or I may just take the second half and do what I need to do. So.
Yeah. So like I said, etiquettes of a man. Miss Billy, I'm gonna ask you a question to start off before I get into my spiel.
Okay.
What's that define you? Etiquettes of a man. What does that defines you about a man?
Oh well, definitely a gentleman. I'm thinking etiquettes of a man needs to give birth back to the gentleman. Like we said last week, we had etiquettes of a woman. We was trying to talk to the women on how they need to conduct themselves and how they need to have respect for themselves, and that goes for the men as well. So that's why I chose this topic, because it's a lot of men out there that are still pretty immature, so
I agree.
It definitely comes with maturity to even hold that title to be etiquette, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, to get started, start off with, you mentioned it, and that's pretty much how I'm going to start, is with being a gentleman.
Right.
Like, I noticed, like, when I dated before, when I was single, I opened the doors for the ladies, get the door, open the car door, and it was strange. I mean, they didn't understand that. So,
yeah.
These are some things that I were taught, growing up, like respect the lady in any kind of way.
Absolutely.
Be a gentleman.
Absolutely.
And like I was at the gas station today, and brother pulled up. There was two females walking. He's like, hey, trying to holler. And he's hollering. I mean, this guy's hollering at him.
That's all the way wrong.
And it took some other guy. He told us, hey, man, you ain't going to pull no female like that.
Mm-mm. I mean, he may pull a female, but he ain't going to pull no woman that way.
There you go.
Yeah.
This song, like you said, it goes back to last week's show. There's some women that would like that approach.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because that's something they're used to. Like I said, we need to give that birth back to being a gentleman. You know what I mean? Because if I hear somebody saying, hey, I'm not even going to acknowledge it. And you may think I'm standoffish or stuck up or whatever, but I'm not going to acknowledge being talked to that way. You know what I mean?
Yes. Now, do you think a man's income has a lot to do with his etiquettes?
Yes and no. Yes in the wrong way.
Yeah.
No in the right way. Okay, so meaning, so the reason why I say yes is because that could kind of change a man's perspective. Like, he may think he's obligated to pull whatever he want to pull as far as, a woman goes or a female, whatever. Right. No, I don't think it has anything to do with it, because if he was already taught that way, that money ain't going to change him. He going to still be a gentleman no matter what. But, yeah, I think the money definitely can make a man feel inferior, or superior, to a woman.
That's true.
So it can go both ways.
Yeah, it can. It can go both ways. That's very true. So when you think, when you look at the generation of men these days, you look at people like our fathers, our dads, grandfathers, do you see the difference?
It's a big difference, and the difference is not only has it completely changed, it just stopped.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It just kind of went away.
Yeah.
So, our elders, God, we're not even really respecting them anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And that's another topic, too. That's another topic, another show. Not tonight, though. We're doing etiquettes of a man. Tonight, we're digging into etiquettes of a man. But, yeah, I definitely feel like it has changed. As far as the open up car doors, paying for certain things. And, a lot of women have stepped up as well and can split the bill or can foot the bill. You know what I mean?
And that's okay.
That is okay.
But being a gentleman, first thing first, you take a woman out, pay the bill. That's
right.
Being a gentleman.
Right. Right.
I mean, what's a little bill to take her out to a
Yeah.
restaurant, show her a good time?
Right.
You know, everybody want to try to be pimps now.
Yeah, and I mean,
Pimps, you know?
that needs to die too, like ASAP.
ASAP. Right.
You know, that's got to go away.
Right.
Okay. We trying to give birth back to being a gentleman.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna hold this down. Like, I'm gonna be a gentleman, man, to the life of me.
Right.
You know, I'm always be that gentleman, man. I can't even see myself being in another way. You know.
Yeah, but see, that's also something that's taught. Mm-hmm. You know, being a gentleman and being a lady as well, you know, is a learned behavior. You know, it comes from things you've seen. If you've seen the adults treating each other a certain way, you know, with respect and dignity, then you pick those things up as you get older. You know, as you are growing, you pick those things up. You know, I have noticed that with a lot of guys, it's kind of who they hang around. Yeah. You know, because you are who you hang around, you know, and hey, it may be time to pick some new friends, you know, pick some people that's headed a different direction.
You're going to get the same results.
You really are going to get the same results, you know, and it's really just time to stop mistreating one another. You know what I mean? It really is just time to stop, you know, death to that as well.
Yeah, well,
ASAP.
Like I said, we couldn't do it because a woman and did not come with the men. I mean,
yeah,
this is what's going on in the world. It's the naked truth, and we addressing these.
That's right, and I'm definitely a neutral female. You know, I'm very neutral. I can't take my sister side 100%. You know, because we ain't the only people walking this earth.
Yeah, and I'm
so
neutral as well.
yeah, right.
I see a lot of things that they need to step on as well.
That's right. We got to call it how we see it, and this is what we seeing right now.
Yeah, this is what we seeing right now. So what we going to do, my brothers out here who are men, or y'all trying to be a real man, I'm going to motivate y'all, man, with this next song. Let's get some motivation going.
Absolutely. T.I.
Motivation.
The naked truth, y'all.
DJ KC, Miss Amilli.
In the building.
Hot 816 Radio, DJ KC.
Miss Amilli.
The naked truth.
We're still going live, y'all.
Still going live. This week's topic, etiquettes of a man. If you missed last week, it was etiquettes of the woman.
That's
it's
right.
Pretty much like a second part of that.
Right.
Growing up, and we continue. Miss Amilli got these hot topics that need to be addressed.
And we're gonna keep addressing them, you know, as the weeks go by. Actually, what we're about to do now is it was something that was said that DJ KC had mentioned as far as paying the bill. I know times have changed. I know women are making money. The men are still making their money. But do you think that it's okay for a woman to pay?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on, you know, what's going on with that. Like, you know, if you're a gentleman the first date, I'm going to pay the bill. If she decide on down the road, say, I got this.
Right.
You know, that's fine. I mean, I don't think there's no problem with that. But we got some in now that haven't grown up yet. So
right.
They're looking for the mommy.
Yeah, why is that?
Yeah, and I know quite a few brothers. I'm not going to call them black, but they're looking for mommy and they woman. And if you're a grown man, you're supposed to go out and get your wife.
Right.
And that's your woman. You don't want to make your woman mommy. You're not going to get
I know. That's another topic, too, y'all. We're going to touch on Mama's Boys.
Please, Mama's Boys subtitle, please grow up.
Please, that to that, ASAP. Hashtag that. Yeah, that topic needs to be addressed as well. Yeah. But tonight we are going to stick with the subject at hand, etiquettes of a man.
Yeah, etiquettes of a man.
Oh, I think I just rhymed, too. Wasn't that a rhyme? Yeah, I'm no rapper, though. Okay. Nah, not too much. Not so much. I like what I do.
So I'm going to ask you, Miss Amilli, how do you feel about the man paying or the woman? How do you feel? What's your spill on that? How do you?
Well, to be completely honest, I do think the first time the man should pay. Yeah. You know, and that's maybe just me speaking traditionally. Yeah. Sure. You know, like I said, times have changed. But, you know, I'll put it like this. If we was to go out to like a bar or something, we just had a little bit to eat, and you may have ordered the first 2 drinks. I may get the next 2 drinks. You know, that's nothing. But as far as dinner, you know, that first day, yeah, I do believe a man should pay. And, you know, whether or not you even want to rock with this woman anymore, you know, because you don't know the longevity of it. So later on down the road, I think a woman should should pay every now and then. Not all the time, but at least, that is your equal at this point. If you guys decide to go any further, now if you just kicking it, then you probably can't expect her to do a whole lot if you don't really want anything from her anyway.
Yeah, some guys like, you owe me.
Right. I paid for the last time. It's like, you know what, dude, don't keep up with that. I don't even know what date that was, what time, what day, so you can't really keep a writing of all of that.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty petty. Like, I think, some men, I don't know if they're because they don't have the means to treat the lady or...
Yeah. I mean, that could be, but if you don't have the means, then, you should not be dating. Get yourself together, just work your job and, and get yourself together. That's it. That's really it.
Casey recommend, hey, get your life.
Absolutely. ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yes. Yeah, if you don't have the means to do it, then, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but don't go out with so many expectations,
And then I agree. And we're going to fall back, like I said, with Equus a man. I look back and I thank those before me, my grandfather, how they treated their wife.
Right.
And
yeah, that's a big deal.
They didn't exactly point at me and say, hey, this is how you treat your woman. Over the years, this is some of my analysis. This is my analysis. It's like, I seen how this is how you're supposed to treat your wife.
Right.
Something that was embedded as I grew older, and I seen that that's how you're supposed to treat your wife. It was never taught.
But you watched. You watched.
So you're going to watch.
Right. Absolutely.
And, I never had a talk with grandfather or anybody like that. Like, this is how you treat your woman. I just watched and I knew that my grandma was happy. And they had a long relationship.
Right. And you can learn a lot just by watching. Just pay attention. You can learn a lot. And that's with anything in life. If you pay attention, then you'll get pretty far. What I do want to talk about is, this also ties into etiquettes of a man as well, is the way they dress.
Yes. Dress, what is inappropriate for you as a man dressing? But later we discussed that it was more showing cleavage and
we did.
That's not really our deal. So
right.
As a woman, we look at the guy and say, you know what? He needs to step his dress game like.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there. Jay-Z said, give me a fresh pair of starched jeans, nigga, button up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay, so I would rather see that.
Right,
the jerseys, whoever, the only people that should be wearing jerseys is the NFL, the NBA, a hockey player, a baseball player, and even the baseball player jersey is button up.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Jersey.
So let me tell you this. If you're not on a team, a professional team, hang up the jersey or donate it. Somebody younger could probably rock that.
You see a dude next to you got on a jersey, yo. You see you look.
And I will act like I don't even see him. You are invisible to Miss Amilli. No halos, nothing.
Okay, so Miss Amilli, so you said jerseys. I mean, anything else besides jersey, like sportswear? Because sportswear is a guy thing.
It is, if you're going to a game.
Yeah, if you're going to a game. Yeah, I agree. But
not playing a game. Like, not playing mind games.
And,
Yeah, not playing mind games, but actually going to a game, in a stadium somewhere or an arena,
Right.
The sagging pants, I really hope they will pass a law for that because that is ridiculous.
Yeah, sagging pants is ridiculous. I think people should have been grew up out of that.
Yeah, and especially if you know where it really came from, where it initiated from.
Yeah.
If you that thoroughbred of a man, you that tough, you ain't going to want to know the definition of where all that came from, because it's a sad case. So, men, pull your pants up. They wear, they make thousands and thousands of leather belts every day.
Yeah, every day.
What they say, Gucci this, Gucci that. I don't care. Go get somebody's belt. Pull your pants up. Wear a button up every now and then. When you out in the public or whatever, look presentable. Especially if you're trying to attract a certain type of woman. If you don't want the ratchetness, then stop hanging out with that category mentally. You know what I mean? You gonna dress like got your sagging pants. I don't like dingy shirts either. Like if you have a dingy white shirt, that kind of that's invisible for me too.
That you shouldn't wear out to the club scene or anything. Like
no, white tee should have left in the 90s. Unless it's a V-neck or something like that, But Yeah, dingy t-shirts. The first thing that a lot of ladies look at in a man is their shoes too.
Yeah, most definitely.
They'll look
yeah,
at you from the bottom
up.
Yeah,
yeah, most definitely. The shoe game should always be fresh. I agree.
Yes. Ooh, wow, and nice fresh haircuts. Fresh haircuts. Your facial hair should be lined up. Yes. Don't be out there looking like Wolfgang Paco.
Yeah, and I understand some brothers, they be busy, they getting their money, then they gonna get their cut, but don't step out on the scene looking like that.
Right.
I know some of us get the rough face, we be on getting our money. I understand that, but when you're ready to step out in public or a day to be presentable like that.
Right. Yeah, fresh, and what I mean by haircuts, guys with braids, dreads, whatever, have your hair together. Yeah. You want your woman to look a certain way, so you should be doing that too.
Yeah, y'all represent off each other, so, y'all both got to be looking fresh.
Yeah, up to par for real.
Up to par, man.
Yeah. Etiquettes of a man, though.
And the things we seen in Memphis, oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we, Miss Amilli, myself, and DJ KC, we took a trip to Memphis over the weekend. And I actually still feel like I was in a different time zone or a different world. I know I was in a different part of the world, but I actually felt like I was not in the United States for some reason. It was just strange.
It was very strange.
And there are guys out there, they could care less, what they look like, and they was out in public.
They was out in public.
They had Crocs on,
Crocs in the area where you go hang out, like the club scene. So
yeah, it was like they just woke up, slipped some house shoes on, and walked outside.
Yeah, there was no fresh at all, man. Like it was, and I really felt back like these are my people. Oh,
yeah, yeah, my people,
my
people.
Man.
But that's what the show is all about. We are trying to help. We're not bashing anybody.
Yeah, we're not bashing. We're just addressing things and trying to bring to attention. And hopefully, someone who's like that, talk to them. If you listen yourself, we ain't trying to bash nobody. We're just basically just trying to tell you, hey, people look at us every day. All different races, different everything. They look at us and they starting to label us all the same.
Right, and we're not.
And we're not all the same. And that's why we really got tough on these etiquettes of a man and woman these last couple of weeks, because this is not a racial thing. It's universal. This is universal. This is all about your personal self, who you represent. What is yourself like? When you get out of this job field and you try to get this job, you got to be presentable. That's why a lot of brothers don't never accomplish anything because of that, because they're stuck in that same mind frame, the same style, And like I said, when we get on the etiquette of man, you got to be able to be that, like, you got to be dressed nice, dressed for success.
Yes,
most
absolutely.
Definitely.
And another thing with etiquettes of a man is, and we talked about this last week on the women, as far as speech, and how to enunciate and pronunciate your words. You got to be verbal. You got to definitely have some type of classiness to your speech. The words that come out of your mouth, like you were saying, the hey, hey, hey. Come on now.
And it's a time and place for everything. You around the homeboys. Y'all watching football games, so y'all can talk y'all little slang. But when you're out in public dealing with people, like I just seen the guy that was in the McDonald's drive-thru today.
Oh goodness, a lot happened today.
Yeah,
as far as the etiquettes.
Yeah, as far as the etiquettes and the way he was talking to that girl in the drive-thru, I couldn't understand why. Like, it was just no respect at all. She didn't. Don't everybody know street slang, street talk.
Right.
So she was pretty much confused about anything that he was asking for or talking about.
And I know, the language has changed. We got a lot of LOLs, all that, laughing but very serious, all that type of stuff. The language is changing, but the basics of the language has never changed.
No, it's never changed. Yes, and that's you got to stick to that.
Right. Yeah. We out here making up all types of crap that nobody really understands but yourself sometimes.
Yeah, and that's why they're going to be needing the girl.
Right.
Because, So what we going to do It's Etiquettes of the Man. It's DJ KC.
Miss Amilli.
How They Want 6 Radio. Here we go with I Need a Girl. Part 2. Feature with Genuine, Loon, and Mario. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Neck of Truth, y'all, with Miss Amilli.
DJ KC.
Etiquettes of a Man is tonight's topic, and we are going in
full-fledged.
Full throttle.
Full throttle, my nutbag.
It is a Neck of Truth, by the way, you know.
Yes.
So we got to tell it how it is. You know, we covered the vast majority of a lot, but, you know, there's still a lot more to cover.
Yes.
So I do want to talk about the businessman.
Yes, the businessman. Yeah. Most definitely.
As he clears his throat.
As I clear my throat, by the way. The businessman plays a big part, I think. If a guy, when you stick your head up in the air, in the sky, like, and you look up, you got to say, hey, what is this? What am I doing?
Right.
And, you know, me, myself, as a man, I always thought, you got to be business-minded. Mm-hmm. You know, if whether you're running your own business or you're working a job that you're trying to conquer to get that promotion.
Right.
Or you start from the bottom, you know, trying to get to the top, you know. You gotta you gotta have that motivation and that will to want to do that, because a lot of men don't.
Yeah, that's true.
True. You know, and I know a lot of men that are waiting on someone to put them on the team, or you got some men who just don't care. They're content with flipping burgers or
content.
They're content.
Yeah,
you know that word. If you understand what I'm saying, is in the dictionary, and it has a lot of meanings, and they're all linked to the same thing.
Right.
You know, so most definitely. So Miss Amilli, I got a question for you.
Okay, I think I got an answer.
All right, how you feel about the businessman? You know, as far as the etiquette of a man being business minded.
Being business minded is definitely a plus. Should be for everybody. You know, that should be universal. Yeah. But right now we are talking about etiquettes of a man. So
yes, we are.
I think it's kind of like a big deal, you know, to be business minded and to own a suit.
You gotta own a suit.
Own a few ties. You know, man, business makes the world go round. So as you get older, fellas, you know, think about owning your own business someday. You know, get into that, because that's pretty classy too. You know, that shows that showmanship. You know, that you can get out there and make things happen on your own.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
So that's more leadership.
Yeah, more leadership, and that's always a good look for a man.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, not everybody's made to run their own business.
That's true.
So like I said, if you're in a collection booth right now, or your customer service, or whatever you're doing in life, you know, whatever your paycheck stuff is, it don't matter.
Right.
You know, but strive for the best. Be the best at what you're doing.
You have to. And you got to love what you do.
You got to love what you do. Yeah. So that's a start, because you can't get out here and be a basketball star and you love hockey.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that don't make sense, do it?
No. But see, a lot of people, it starts when you're young, and a lot of people, they just get into things and they don't realize this is not what they really want to do.
Right. And you know what? People go on for years that way, you know, before. Sometimes they'll feel like they too old. You know, you're never too old to start over.
Never too old to start over.
And to go a new direction, you know. And I don't want to get too off topic with that, because that's another topic too. Like, I can just keep going on and on and on, you know, especially about contentment. That'll definitely be another topic soon, very soon. You know, I'm gonna hashtag that. But etiquettes of a man, you know, you got to be able to conduct yourself a certain way, you know, and have that get the right attention. You know, go out and get the right attention, the attention you deserve to have.
Yeah,
as far as a man, you know, because you know, a lot of us women have put our men under that umbrella, like the men have put the women under the umbrella, as you know, there's no good women out here. You know, so the women are saying there's no good men out here. You know, so some of them are starting to act like men now. You know, or trying to play the game. How
some of them look like men. Shout out.
Shout out. You know what?
DJ KC love everybody.
Okay. Okay, so oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy and true at the same time.
Yeah.
But you know.
Okay, back on subject. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes we be needing that in the studio,
oh
y'all.
Oh my God, that was crazy. Yeah, some of them do. But you know, I don't want us women to continue to have our man under that umbrella. You know, because there are some decent men in the world. There are men that actually give a damn.
Yes.
You know,
yes, there is.
There are men that are men and not boys anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they have graduated and they have matured.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so you know, I would like to see more of our women open up more to that idea of a man. You know, because that idea is still relevant. You know, and it's still alive and well. Yeah. So I would like for our ladies to recognize that at some point. You know, before it gets too late.
And that's not a subject I'm gonna say what I'm about to comment on, but some women fall into a certain type of swagger. Jerseys or, you know, I got chains too, but I'm still adequate. But like what you do is how you do. You feel?
Yeah, you gotta deliver it properly.
Yeah, you gotta deliver it properly, man, to get on your grown man.
Right.
You know, we want to wear a gold rollie or something, that's cool. You know, but now be wearing
you can't wear it
with the jersey, about tripping over your chain and all that. We don't need all that, brothers.
No, we don't. And you know, another thing, as far as etiquette of a man, I think our men kind of got away from what truly matters when it comes to how to attract that woman. Yes. You know, because a lot of women are not interested in superficial things.
And then a lot are.
You know, but that's why we're so neutral.
And you know why I look at it that way? Why men go by things that way? They probably say, okay, just paint the picture with me. You guys who's listening, I'm gonna try to paint this picture for you. Okay. Say if you get more women this way than you were getting that way. This way has been the etiquette, being the man, the gentleman.
Right.
He's kind of not getting as many, but then on the other hand, he's putting the swag on. He's using that and all this hip hop and all that. Whatever you got to do to get his woman, he's getting plenty of women.
Yeah, that's still superficial too.
Yeah, it's still superficial, but that also proves that superficial has been accepted and people are becoming content with superficial shit. Yeah, I had to cuss. I'm sorry. I don't really. It
is the naked truth, though.
It is the naked truth.
You know,
that's
sometimes
like
it come out that way.
Beep beep beep.
No, we're not. No, we're not going to do any of that. We're not going to do any of that. But that is very true. You know, it is kind of what they may be used to, and you know, a lot of women may not even talk to you if you don't have certain superficial things, you know, which is sad to me. But you know, if you're not driving a certain type of car, they may not even look your direction.
And that might be the most.
5 years from now, he could be running some things.
Yeah, he could be running some things. And I know some brothers who keep it simple for his lifestyle goals and really own something major.
Right. And fellas, you know, just because you may have a lot doesn't mean we all need to know that. You know, you don't have to show people what you have.
No, you don't.
You really don't. You know, like my dad used to always say, there they go out here showboating.
Yeah,
showboating. You know, and you don't have to showboat, especially if you can find a woman that completely loves and honors you for who you are.
Yes, that's the best, man. I'm telling you, that's the best. Once you find a woman that loves you for who you are, all you gotta do, your success is your swag.
Right. And that's true because you know, if you can't find somebody that loves you for who you are, then I'm starting to think that maybe you don't know who you are at this point in life.
That's deep.
You know, you may not know who you are just yet.
Deep,
so if you
Millie.
Continuously using material things to gain that negative attention and that superficial lifestyle, then you may need to go back to the drawing board and figure out who you are at this point.
Yes, I agree with Mr. Millie 100%.
And I'm sorry I had to say that. Sometimes I go a little, you know, I have to take it there.
Yeah, you know,
it's very true.
And like I said, man, we're going back. It all starts with where you start off from how you were raised.
Yeah.
You know, I know some people who were not raised that way, but still picked
they
up
still
on
change, you know, and that's still possible too. You can, but you got to be willing and able to do. Now, I won't say able. I won't say that. But you have to be willing and open-minded.
Yes.
You know, to know that you can change for the better. If you want more, do more. If you want the best, give your best.
Yes. I agree.
Simple as that.
I agree.
Hashtag that.
Hashtag that, please.
Please. You know, just as simple as that, though.
Yes. Yeah, well, all right. We're down here to about another 20 minutes into the show. We're going to get into another song. Now, this for all the gentlemen, you know, We don't be approaching the women talking about, hey, baby, hey.
Yeah, depth
what's
to that.
your number? Hey, do ask these old girls. Them real gold tooth in your mouth?
Not a gold tooth.
Yeah, she had a tooth. He said gold tooth.
A gold with an F on it.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
But back to subject. So we're going to get to this next song because, you know, this is how you approach. So you're going to say, excuse me, miss. That's how you approach a real woman.
That's right.
Excuse me, miss. And I really like this song. This is Jay-Z, Excuse Me, Miss, featuring Pharrell.
Hove, Hot 816.
Hot 816 Radio.
Welcome back to the Neck of Truth, y'all. Miss Amilli.
DJ KC.
Tonight's topic, we have been talking about etiquettes of a man, and we are now winding down to the end of the hour, about 12 minutes before the hour, 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So we covered a lot. We talked about how a man should dress, as far as, you know, button-ups. I'm sorry, y'all, that's just my preference. I'm being real selfish right now. That's my preference. Mm-hmm. You know, a nice button-up, some jeans or some slacks, you know. Always have, you know, every man should at least own one suit.
Yeah, at least one suit, yeah.
You know, a couple ties. You know, you may wear the same suit with a few different ties. Never know, you know. Yeah. But, you know, definitely that as far as how our guys are talking to the ladies now that need some work, we need to hold several workshops on that. If we can start campaigning for that.
Yeah, we got to start campaigning for that.
Yeah, we need some campaign money to get that going.
Yes, we do.
But, you know, we did discuss how they're supposed to talk, you know. The saggy pants, you know, deaf to that.
Yeah, deaf to that.
Yeah, it's kind of time to get rid of that era. I don't really like that era anymore. I think it hung around too long.
Yeah.
You know, it's been around too long. A lot of things have been around too long. Just kind of need to die and give rebirth to something else.
And it's really sad you see a grown man doing it. But I can understand it fall into a younger generation because they're going to give it a try. But when you see men in their 30s and 40s sagging.
I hope I never see that.
I have seen that.
That is a shame.
Shame.
Shame on them. Yeah, that shouldn't be. That's not fair.
Etiquettes of a man. Come on.
Man, I know. We also talked about is it right or wrong for a woman to pay? You know, I did give my personal opinion that a man should pay on the first date. And probably the second one.
Yeah, and that's my opinion as well. Yeah, I think a man should pay first and second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, you know, if you guys are really feeling each other, then you can wing it. You know, just however the waves or the current moves. You know, just kind of go off of that flow.
It's just called being a gentleman.
Yes, it is. And yes, we did discuss that.
Yes, we did.
Being a gentleman definitely needs to.
Yeah, that was actually
hit the
first
waves
thing.
Yeah. It definitely needs to come because, you know, we do have a lot of ladies out there, well over our 30s, you know, that would prefer a gentleman.
Yeah, I agree.
So we definitely need to have a due date.
Yeah.
For that to be born again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll do what I can in my magical powers to work that out.
Yeah. All I'm gonna do is continue to be a gentleman. If you brothers, man, just continue to be a gentleman. If you are a gentleman, you know.
Right.
You will most definitely stand out.
You will, you know, and you may be the chosen one. You know, she may choose you over everybody because of how you conduct yourself. It doesn't matter what you got. You know, you got to present yourself a certain way.
Yeah.
And I do want everybody to know that we do these shows live. None of this is pre-recorded.
No, none of this is pre-recorded.
Every show is live every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week.
And take note. If like you missed the show for future reference, you are listening now. If you missed the Tuesday live show, we will have it posted on the Miss Amilli Facebook page.
Right.
The pre-recorded show.
Right, and at least give us 24 hours to get that up.
Yeah, at least 24 hours to get on the page. Yeah,
definitely. Next week's topic is going to be great, and I'll talk to you guys about that here in the next maybe 5 minutes. But what I do want to let you guys know is how to reach me. On Twitter, you can follow me at Miss Amilli KC. Or on Facebook, it's www.facebook.com/Miss Amilli, all caps. Also, the official website for Hot 816 Radio is www.hot816radio.com, and that is the official website.
Yeah, that's most definitely the official website. There's a lot of things on there from events. You can get radio spins. Y'all can become a host on our station.
With your own show.
With your own show. So check out the website. There's a lot on there. If you want to get in contact, follow me on Twitter that's KCodeKC. That's my Twitter. And on Facebook, you can find me at www.facebook.com/DJKCENT. And go like that page, please. I appreciate getting likes. Mm-hmm. And you want to check out my mixtapes and all the work that I'm putting in right now, check out www.djkcmixtapes.com. Need your mixtape hosted or anything like that, I got you covered.
I mean, as you guys can see, there's several ways to get in contact with us. Several ways to see what we have going on. We have an upcoming launch party.
Yes.
June
launch
14th.
Party, June 14th. Yes, this is going to be a nice crowd there.
Yeah, and the flyer is up. It's
the
been
flyer's
going
up.
down,
Yes,
in heavy promotion. So the address, as far as location and the time and everything is posted on every page that we have in our possession.
It's going to be a pretty nice event. We have prize giveaways, live performances,
live interviews,
music. It's going to be really nice. Come on out and now celebrate our launch of our Hot 816 radio station. Me and Miss Amilli have put in a lot of work in creating this platform for artists of all sorts. And we appreciate you come on and support.
Absolutely. We definitely appreciate the support. I do want to say thank you to everyone that has tuned in tonight. It's definitely appreciated. Last week we had a lot of listeners tuning in as well as this week. And we could see the ones that are tuning in. So we appreciate that support.
Yeah, we really do appreciate the support.
Yeah, we do. And it helps us to continue doing what we love to do. We are very busy. We have a lot of things going on 24 hours a day. Sometimes it's a lot, but we get it done. We get the job done. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about next week's topic. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of information on it with the title as well. So the title of next week, so that is May 27th. So we'll be same day, same time, different topic. So we have the power of music, and I'll touch more on mind control, like how music is controlling our minds and brainwashing a lot of us. The power of music is powerful.
Don't miss this.
Don't miss this. Please don't miss this. I put a lot of work into these shows, so and the topics. So I have got to have everybody tuning in. You definitely don't want to miss this one. And it's called The Power of Music, Mind Control. Because it's definitely controlling the world right now.
I'm actually looking forward to this show as well.
Me too. I can't wait. I wish I had enough time. I'll take another hour tonight, but I don't have that kind of time.
No. Moving right along.
Yes, moving right along. So that is next week's topic. Like I said, same day, same time, different topic. We'll hit you with something different every single Tuesday. There is ways that you guys can participate as far as leaving comments on the Miss Amilli page. So you wouldn't be able to leave a comment on there if you have never liked the page. So it's very important if you go and like the page. That way I can share those comments on air. I can go live with those comments. So,
Yeah, become a part of the show and be active. You can be listening. You can be active. You can have questions or, like she said, comments. And Miss Millie loves the people who support her, and she will most definitely address every question or comment that's on that page.
I sure will. Yeah.
So don't just be a listener, be a part of the show as well.
Yeah, active participation is well welcomed. I definitely welcome any type of participation, as far as the show topics go. And if you guys even have something you just want to chime in and say, hey, Miss Amilli, I want you to talk about this, then you can leave that on the page as well. And I'll make sure I touch on that topic, and I'll spend a whole hour talking about it, and I'll let the people know who it was inspired by. So that's another way. I do recognize, that type of information. I will give you your props on that as well. Miss Amilli don't leave anybody out, ever. So if you can be a part of Hot 816 Radio, I suggest you jump aboard. Yep. Because the train is moving right now.
And the bus.
All aboard. And the bus, yeah. We got that yellow bus is moving. All passengers are welcome.
All passengers are welcome.
Yeah, the bus is moving. The train is moving. Hot 816 Radio is moving. The events are moving. Oh man, we got a lot going on for this year, and I always talk about that because I just want the people to know that we're not just doing this just to be doing it.
Yes,
it serves a purpose.
Yes, most definitely.
And I think that me and DJ Casey are doing an excellent job at executing that purpose. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so we just got to keep it going, and we got just a few more minutes with the show. And you know what, y'all, sometimes I just don't like for the show to end, but we have to end the show. So just meet us back here next week, next Tuesday. The Naked Truth.
Naked Truth. We'll get to the last song for the show about Chris Brown. That's called Fine China. Now after this song, you can it'll be the regular scheduled program. We have music going all day. Neo soul, R&B, hip hop. We got all that.
Yeah, whatever you want to hear.
Whatever you want to hear. So thanks for listening.
Yes.
Thanks for the support, and see you next week.
Yep. Hot 816 Radio. Good night, y'all.
Good night.